How can a couple at home try to communicate and make that relationship better?
Basically, I would say understanding, drop the ego aside, sit and talk it out. Try to understand your partner where
It's the ego or it's your partner. Choose your partner, choose your love, and leave the ego on a side. What is a common factor that you have noticed in most of the relationship?
most of the relationship is anger. And how does that anger comes in a person? It's a provocation. You provoke the person and then you taunt the person, and that's where the anger sits in.
I think even in my relationship, I always tell my husband, the ego needs to be outside of the house, not inside. Not every battle is visible. Something is happening in your mind, in your home, in your relationship. Today's conversation is all about healing yourself, understanding yourself, and finding the way back to yourself, and with someone who do to the people exactly that. I'm so excited to introduce Suriya Krishnan today, who is doing great work in counseling, in well-being, and finding people the energy, the love back in the relationship. Suriya, welcome to the channel and looking forward to have a conversation with you today.
Thank you, Sunny. Happy to sit here with you.
Thank you so much, Suriya. And I think before we start, I think this is always like a thing. I know you, but the people who are watching you, they would love to know who you are and what you do.
Right. I'm a registered counselor and I work with lots of people who has issues. Actually, they are stuck either in their relationship or in their life, and they don't see the pathway to move forward. They have no space or no place to sit and talk it out.
Right. Yeah.
So they do contact me, come and speak to me, and I navigate them very well, actually.
Okay. So talking about the communication is the issue. How can a couple at home try to communicate and make that relationship better?
Basically, I would say understanding, drop the ego aside, sit and talk it out. Try to understand your partner. Where is your partner coming from? What is the partner actually emotionally, mentally experiencing at that moment? Or maybe there has been some things which is not been spoken out. Speak it out. Clear the air. That will take to the next step of the relationship, actually.
Right. Yeah. And I think I heard that when it's the ego or it's your partner, choose your partner, choose your love, and leave the ego on a side. I think even in my relationship, I always tell my husband, the ego needs to be outside of the house, not inside. And this is how we build a family, right? This is
basically
how we build
that
a
is the
relationship.
issue. Respect.
Yes.
You need to respect your partner, respect his or her emotions.
Yeah.
Take that accountability. You're not living with 10 people.
Yeah.
You're living with your partner.
Yeah.
Your partner is the most important person in your life.
Right.
For you to move forward in your life, to strengthen the relationship.
Yes. Yeah. But I think today's lifestyle, this is what it's taking out a lot of breakthroughs in the relationship, a lot of stress it's bringing. Do you think the lifestyle is the thing, the technology is the thing, or there is something else that is silent?
There is a lot of things. If you see those days, our parents, father scream, mother scream, they accept it. They'll quietly go. Yeah?
Right.
And
Yeah.
there was violence involved.
Mhm.
But now it's different. Generation is totally different. No violence. You don't scream at your partner. We are more civilized people.
Mhm.
Sit and talk it out. They have an issue of who earns more and how much they're bringing back. And if that happens, like he or she earning more, he needs or she has to come back and do the balance.
Yeah.
Work around
Yeah.
the house and all.
Yeah.
The ones earning less and they feel that, oh, my partner's earning less, he or she needs to do this fully. It goes that way. It doesn't work like that.
True.
You
Yeah.
need to balance it nicely in your relationship.
Yeah.
Respect, as I said, respect the person. No doubt the person must be going through some hard situation. Things are not, everything is not like calm. There's waves coming in.
Right.
Handle it in a very nice way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think handle it in a nice way and handle it gracefully so
Yes.
that not any person outside can notice or can see like what's been happening inside the
I
home,
always
inside
ask
the
couples
bedroom.
when you go out for a shopping or what and you don't agree to your couple, what do? They said eye contact. Those kinds of things. But I said, why can't you practice that at home?
Yeah.
Instead of zipping up your mouth and
Zipping
screaming and shouting out.
Yeah.
Say it. Hey, I don't think so. This is good. I don't think so. In my therapy, I'll always give them homeworks.
Okay.
And those homework works. It works.
Okay.
I'll always tell them, first foremost, who does the grocery shopping?
Right.
It's either one.
Uh-huh.
I said, why don't you two go and do the grocery shopping together?
Okay.
You may like Heinz brand, you might like Master Food. Discuss it.
Right.
Put it in the trolley and go. Move to next forward. Then you understand what is her or his opinion.
Right.
So you get to understand a person. That's a baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, why are we, stopping to go out for dates? Every weekend, go out for a date. Doesn't matter McDonald's,
Okay.
drive-through ice creams. Doesn't matter where. Fine dine, go according to what you can afford. It's not a date means you must go out and have dinner. Go out to the park, have a date.
Mm-hmm.
Walk around, have a date. That is very important. Women have expectations as well, and guys has expectation. It's vice versa.
Expectations. That's a big word again. Being a partner, what I felt is expectation is taking a responsibility, a pressure, and it's giving you the stress like none other can, handle it. How you define that in a relationship?
That is because when you and your partner have consistent argument, judgment, disagreement, that's where this thing comes in.
Yes.
The fear sip into them, should I or shouldn't I? If I open my mouth, he or she going to shout. She and going to say this, he's going to say that. I rather keep quiet. Always they go into that mode.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always sit down, talk. When a couple argue, they start bringing 1960 stories inside.
I think that's must. That's must in most of the relationship. That was the time when they actually love, like, you can see in the story, not
but
these
this
days.
love thing doesn't come 1960 stories. They'll say, that day I did this, you shouted at me like this. Oh, you did this, you bought this dress, I wanted to buy that shirt, you didn't allow me. They'll bring that thing into their argument.
True. Okay.
So
that way.
Yeah. So that's why I said, when you talk things out,
Mm-hmm.
you clear the air. There's no 1960 stories come into your argument. When you are having an argument, focus on that argument. Don't bring the past into that argument.
Yes.
That is very important.
Surya, I heard like mostly there is not much problem in the relationship. It's always about how we communicate. What do you think? What are the conflicts people actually bring it to you when they have like a distraction in the family?
The thing I would rather say, instead of conflict or anything, they start having the breakup in their communication where they can't express themselves. When they can't express, that's where your tone goes up. Your expression turns in a very bad manner, I would say.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's where the ego hits hard. The ego hits really hard. And when the ego hits, and that's when the conflict starts. Argument breaks up. They stop talking to each other, and then it starts growing that way. instead of arguing over things which is not relevant for that particular time, that argument, speak about the important thing of that argument.
Right.
You try to understand where the arguments are coming from, why it's happening.
Yep.
You understand?
Yeah.
Terminate the conversation into more of arguing than understanding.
Right. Yeah.
That is more important.
It's always finding the reason and fixing it instead of like dragging it to like a next level, right?
Yes.
Surya, from this one, I think I would go with the suggestion. What advice you would give it to that husband and wife who just, do not want to settle it down and just want to drag everything out from the 1960s that you mentioned?
I will tell just one thing.
Yeah.
What is your motive of that argument?
Yeah.
Understand that first. If that motive is actually to revenge and to get back to your partner, stop the conversation, move away.
Right.
Cool down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Take a moment. You need some hours or maybe a 24 hours.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You need that space. Calm down. Go and do a good research. What exactly is actually irritating you?
Right.
Because you are keeping something else in your mind and coming back and fighting. It is not that matter, but there is some things. I always tell couples, if you can't hold a conversation, text to each other.
Yeah.
Pour out. Say
yeah.
whatever you feel. It's not coming to, an agreement. Say, these are the things I'm feeling hurt and upset. You need to look into this. So speak on that. So you do not waste energy by screaming, shouting, and then it goes into violence.
Yes. Yes. Surya, with your recent cases, or maybe if you look at the history of your cases, what is a common factor that you have noticed in most of the relationships?
Most of the relationship is anger.
Right.
And how does that anger comes in a person? It's a provocation. You provoke the person and then you taunt the person, and that's where the anger sits in.
Yeah. And how does this provocation comes in a relationship? How does that happen?
All right. I'll share a small story where this provocation happened, where it actually led the client. Basically, he didn't even intend to commit suicide, but it was a provocation, provoking the client to say, I'm going to end my life and I want to jump off. And he was in a place where he shouldn't be.
Oh.
Yes. So there was this incident. They went through a family dispute and all. And there's an IVU's been placed, intervention order.
Yes.
And then there was some kind of, some lawyers and thing. They were supposed to have an online conversation.
Yeah.
But this guy was not even prepared to go into that yet, because how is it he's not seen his children for some time?
Yeah.
So that thing was in his mind. He took a drive out to a mountain, and then the wife called him. And then when the wife called him, he turned his camera to a place which was like in a mountain. It was at the cliff, at the edge. And then she immediately started provoking. Are you planning to kill yourself? Don't do that. What will you do if you no more? Who is there to take care? Those words are provoking the client.
Yeah.
Emotionally, he was so down. And he said, well, you are there. My parents are there. If I'm not around, my parents are not there. Government knows what to do. So those words, actually, you are fishing the person to fall into a deep problem that falls under somehow, somewhere on legally that you will be disconnected from seeing your kids.
Yeah.
So all these things is that it's a provocation. You are provoking your partner. You're provoking the person to do something he should not do.
Yeah, absolutely. And Surya, if we talk about a partner, if we talk about the relationship, have you seen the violence with the female, or it is happening with the male side as well?
Oh, that's a bit tricky question. Nowadays, here in Australia, everybody knows what is violence.
Yeah.
You cough and she feels intimidated or he feels intimidated, that falls under abuse.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Now, if you ask me a question, it's the male or female, it's both.
Oh,
It's both.
so
I
nice.
have been handling lots of clients comes back with this thing for anger management,
Yeah.
behavior program. You need to listen nicely and judge where is the problem coming. And I would say most of the cases comes to me, some are fake cases. They are being framed, saying the partner has committed violence. 30% they said, yes, I actually raised my hand, I pushed my partner. Those are the things. As equal, people think violence means it must be a man who's committing. No. Female do commit violence as well.
Yeah.
They are being taken out of the house, and then there's an IVU place for them. They need to live outside. They can't move 200 meters. A lot of process goes into it.
Nice. Thank you for that insights as well. And the last thing I would love to ask, what are the silent signs at the home that we should not ignore?
A person shuts himself or herself down, and it goes for a very long time, and you do not go and communicate with your partner and ask, what is the problem? Can we sit and talk? Let's sort it out instead of dragging it. Let's sit down and talk and navigate. Let's handle the issues.
Yeah.
That is the best. When the partner goes very silent, it's in the danger zone. He or she has already decided they're going to end the relationship.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. For everyone who is watching this episode, or every couple who is struggling through their relationship, they might need to reach out to you. Could you please share your details? What's your contact details? I would definitely write it down in the caption, but I think it's always to say it out, the business name and where exactly you located.
All right. My counseling business name is Family Roots Counselling, and I located at Fairviews, inside Melton. You can always Google and you'll find me there in Fairviews.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Surya. Thank you so much for all the insight, sharing your valuable opinion and how you're actually helping families to build back their relationship and, kind of have that love back, which is like sometimes it's never expected or it comes in unexpected ways to you. So thank you so much for looking after the well-being of the families. And the last thing, is it just for the individuals or for the families or for the couples or everyone else?
Everyone. I also run a program, anger management and behavior program, which it's required for court.
Yeah.
So I prepare your reports and then I'll give it to your lawyers or whoever, and you take that to court to actually get yourself free from whatever charges you are. So I work on everyone, individuals, couples. I work family as well.
Right. Yeah. So you do have like different plans to help individuals and families and the relationships as well. That's perfect. Sounds great. I don't need it now. Perfectly going in the relationship, but I think I would definitely recommend your business to anyone who is struggling and might need some sort of help.
Thank you so much, Sonia.
And people who are watching this one, please reach out for your help. Please don't sit quiet there. The help is always available. It's just like one call away. Reach out to Surya for all your family needs, and we will see you in the next episode. Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you, Sonia.